Young world. So Corey Holcomb comes out and says his truth, his real feelings on Dave Chappelle. And I gotta say, man, I definitely agree with Corey Holcomb with Dave Chappelle, cause it does seem like he has a false position. I said this a long time ago. Like Dave Chappelle's stand-up, the Sticks and Stones, I think that was one of the best stand-ups. I'm gonna say like top 10. You know what I'm saying? At least top 15 of all time. I think that was a great stand-up. But I never really liked anything else too much from Dave Chappelle besides. Not, I ain't gonna say I didn't like he's good on like the Dave Chappelle show and stuff like that, and certain movies. But when it comes to stand up, I never thought Dave Chappelle was a great stand up comedian. And that last one he did, that shit was trash. That last Dave Chappelle stand up, I couldn't even finish the whole thing. I watched like most of it. I tried to watch it all, and I was like, I'm gonna come back to it because I had stuff to do. That thing was trash. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you one bit. That last Dave Chappelle shit was triggity trash. And so, like I said, I think Corey Holcomb is right with that. A lot of people don't want to say because they don't want to burn bridges and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I see somebody commented I can't really get close enough to see because it's raining and stuff out here, so I gotta pay attention to the road. And I agree with Corey Holcomb. And on the other hand, with Katt Williams' last stand-up was the Dark Matters one because somebody put it on YouTube. I guess it probably got took down because it probably wasn't supposed to be on there, but I seen it. It was banging. Katt Williams' last stand-up was banging. But on the other hand, his World War III one, I think I did a review about that. I thought that shit was trash. Katt Williams is you know what I'm saying? Not the last one, the one before the Dark Matters. So it's like a hit or miss. Like everybody's not great all the time, you know what I'm saying? But I think Katt Williams might have. I see somebody else put a comment too. Like I said, I can't see the comments from here, and I gotta pay attention to this road. It's raining out here. But shout out to whoever that is in there. And I think Katt Williams baited Dave Chappelle because I remember hearing him saying like a while ago he was like Dave Chappelle's the funniest comedian. He's funnier than me. He said that a long time ago. Then he said it the other day on the Shannon Sharp thing. There's no way Dave Chappelle was never a better stand-up than Katt Williams. You know what I'm saying? Not on his best day. Katt Williams, you got to remember, Katt Williams came out like a Mike Tyson type of dude in comedy. He was knocking everything out. Everything he was doing was like magical. You know what I'm saying? The funniest shit we seen like damn near ever in a long time. Like I said, the World War III, I didn't like that one too much. I thought that one was kind of whack, but his last one, that Dark Matters one, when he talks about the Shannon Sharp interview and stuff like that. That shit was hilarious. That shit was extremely hilarious. Every minute of it, that shit was mad funny. But like I said, I agree with Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb is an acquired taste. I like Corey Holcomb so much because me and him, I think we have messed with the same chicks in our lives. Like literally, I think we mess with the same females because in order for us to come to the same conclusion about people. And now I'm at a stop. Let me see. Oh, Kimberly Frazier, how you doing? And Interstar Perspective, much love to you, both of y'all. Shout out to y'all if y'all still in here. Corey Holcomb, I mess with Corey. I'm also like a dark person. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta admit, like I'm into dark comedy because I could be a dark person. Like you could tell me certain stuff. Like I'm just not sensitive to stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like jokes about abortion and stuff like that. People might be like cringy, their stomach turn. I think shit like that is funny. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like Corey Holcomb and Louis C.K. too. That's another one of my favorite comedians. As much as like people don't think he's disgusting and like some of the racial stuff, people, it's you gotta find the comedy. I think he's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? And Corey Holcomb too. So that's where I'm at with that. But yeah, I don't think Dave Chappelle is as great as everybody acting like he is. I think his spot definitely has been fraudulent for a long time. And that last stand-up he just did, that shit was trash, boy. When I tell you garbage, that shit was hot goddamn garbage. It wasn't funny. Like there was maybe 2 times I kind of like did like a little, like a little. But as far as like me ready to fall out my goddamn seat and have a heart attack and dying laughing, I didn't have not one of those things, not one bit on the last Dave Chappelle stand-up. Even that one thing he did about the George Floyd thing, it was like 836 or whatever it was called. That shit wasn't funny really at all. It was just like a long story of, that's not comedy, you know what I'm saying? If I'm watching a comedian, especially if I pay money, I want somebody like the last thing I went to see Kevin Hart at the Sands Casino. Now it's called Wind Creek here in Bethlehem. Him and the Plastic Cup Boys. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit was funny. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing Corey Holcomb going. Is it Katt Williams was going at them? Was it Katt Williams? Yeah, going at the Paper Cup Boys, I think. And but that shit was funny. I ain't gonna front. That was the first time I seen Kevin Hart live, like in real life. He was funny. The dudes that was with him was funny. That shit was alright. But at the end of the day, when it comes to stand up, I think most of us, especially if you're a certain age, you could probably agree that Katt Williams is definitely top 3, just based off his stand-ups. If you want to put like the and also a lot of people coming at Katt Williams though too. I seen T.K. Kirkland came out at Katt Williams, you know what I'm saying shit like he be stealing jokes too. Like yo, this Katt Williams turned comedy into rap. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just now it's just like I don't know, man. It's just all different than it was. But shout out to Corey Holcomb, man, for definitely keeping it real. You know, Corey Holcomb will go up there and say any goddamn thing. You can't even watch Corey Holcomb if you got thin skin, because he'll, like I said, the shit he be talking about will turn you off if it's an acquired taste. I remember the first time I seen Corey Holcomb do it, the first time I seen one of his stand-ups, he was talking about how a chick having a miscarriage in the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, watched the baby go down the drain, and he was like waving to it. That shit was like, I don't know, man. Like I said, you gotta have a certain type of personality to find certain type of stuff like that funny. I'm the kind of person, you can tell me any goddamn thing. Like, nothing will surprise me. You can tell me you like the motherfucking cut people's feet off and drink out of, like, and fuck their legs. Like, I'm just the kind of person, I don't put nothing past people. Like, I dealt with enough people. I have enough experience in life, of my own experiences, my own mental states I went through in life. Like, nothing surprises me and nothing makes me feel like that's disgusting. Like, I'm just not judgmental like that. You can tell me any goddamn thing and I can sit there and vibe with you and talk about it. I'm never judging anybody for anything, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, a human being is just an animal with a little bit of higher intelligence, with a conscience and a little bit of intelligence. At the end of the day, your animal side of your existence can take over at any time, and you can become barbaric and animalistic. You know what I'm saying? Like going to jail and stuff like that teaches you like how stuff you never thought you can become or think about or even adapt to. Just being locked up simply just let you know, like, oh shit, like you could wake up one day and not even realize who the fuck you are sometime and be like, damn, how did I get used to this shit? Or how did I become, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a human being is basically just a goddamn computer program, a computer chip. Whatever you put on it is going to be on it. Whatever you take off, it ain't going to be there. So I'm never the kind of person, I don't like to say always or never about any goddamn thing. If I could sit there and say all the stuff I said I would never do or always do and then didn't or did do it or not do it again, you'd be like, damn, Joker, you got issues. You know what I'm saying? But that's just that, man. But yeah, Corey Holcomb, I agree with what he said about Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle definitely deserves here's another thing too, somebody said, was it Corey Holcomb or somebody else? I think it was somebody else talking about, I think it was Black Dot on Urban X talking about how when Dave Chappelle was like, oh, I'm out here fighting the Illuminati too. Just by saying it like that, I'm fighting the Illuminati, it just sounds for like, what do you, and he was like, how you fighting? He's like, with jokes, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, when Dave Chappelle, like when the whole thing, when he left the money, whatever they said he did, and walked away, I think there's more to the story than just that, you know what I'm saying? Even if, like, people think he's a clone, he didn't, like, I was definitely on that, because he did come back looking mad different. He didn't look like the same person when he came back, Dave Chappelle. We thought this Joker looked different. So, but even if none of that is, like, you know what I'm saying, like, just the fact of, because, yeah, he walked away, but then he came back, right back into a deal with Netflix, right back into, it's like, I don't know, it's like he does talk about the LGBT stuff and stuff like that, but at the same time, like Corey Holcomb was saying, like, you're around a lot of people like that, so it's like you're not really going at it for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Not saying that he should be going at it, but it's not like he's really going at it That's about it, man. I don't know. Like Dave Chappelle, definitely. I feel like somebody needed to pull his card. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needed to check him because, like I said, that last stand up, you go watch that shit. If you think that's funny, I didn't think that was funny at all. It didn't do it for me. Everybody's different. Everybody's level of interest is different. But for me, shit was triggity trash. But that's about it, man. Shout out to everybody who came through. Interstyle Perspective, Kimberly Frazier, much love to y'all. Anybody else who showed up. But that's about it, man. Stay out the way of these jokers. Do what you got to do to stay afloat.